Okay, this is lesson 35, number 2. So it says the safe load of a beam can support varies jointly. I think I'll use B for beam. Varies jointly at width and square of depth, and inversely is length. So why did I write that? Because the joint variation, well, first, direct variation, I'll give you the 3 little formulas. Direct is y equals k times x. Joint is y equals k times x, and then just some other thing, we'll say z. And then inverse is y equals k over x. And what's k? K is what we call the constant of variation. So if this were a line, it would be y equals mx, right? It's just some number that multiplies the x. So that's what k is in all these. So if it says the beam varies jointly with width and depth squared and inversely with length, I put the length under there because it said the word inverse, and I know inverse makes me put the x underneath. Now all I have to do is plug in some numbers. So now, the reason I got messed up on it yesterday was because I thought maybe I had to convert everything to inches, but it turns out that wasn't the case. So it's a 2 by 8 inch beam, 16 feet long. It says the word long, oh, you can't read that. It says the word long, so I'm going to use 16 for length. I'm going to plug it into my little formula that I made up. 16. I'm going to solve for k. Actually, I shouldn't have written that b right there because I'm going to actually put a number in there probably and solve for k. It's 2 by 8 inch beam, 16 feet long. It's turned so that the width is 2. So it said width is 2, so that means for w I'm going to put a 2. It can support 2,000 pounds. I'm going to turn this thing into a 2,000. So let's say I turned my B into a 2,000. The 8 has to go here because it's a 2 by 8, and so the 8 must have been the depth. Okay, and then all I have to do is go 8 times 8 is 64. 64 times 2 isn't 64 times 2 1? 64 times 2 is 128. And I'm just going to use algebra and find out k. So multiply by 16. Well, 16 times 2 is 32. And then I got 3 zeros. I'm trying to find out what 3,200 divided by 128 is, or 32 with 3 zeros divided by 128. I got 250. I got 250. So k equals 250.
Oh, yeah.
And then all I gotta do is go back to this one, put k in for k. So now I have b equals 250 times w times d squared, and then now L. Okay, I'm just going to plug everything in. They're going to give me another sentence worth of stuff to read. So, I know, let's read it. It says, how much weight can the same beam support if it's turned so that the width is 8? Now the width is going to be 8. So width is the W. So that's going to go right there. And remember, the length was still 16. That makes me have to put the 2 here. There's a 2 by 8. So then I'm going to say You know the 16, I can cancel that with the H. And then that'll give me a 2, and then I can cancel the 2 with the 4, and that'll give me 2, and that's 2 times 250, that's 500. And that's actually the answer. And then I think that's in pounds. Where's the pounds? Let's see. The loads varied, blah, 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 blah. How much weight? Are these in pounds or not? What's the square depth? There it is. There's the word pound. So I know that it's pounds. There we go. Is that okay? That's Rachel's and Cameron's problem?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is actually, I just recorded it, so I'm going to send it onto YouTube so you can look at it again if you need to.